And after 2 hours of being present in the nature, we can measure at the same way if there is improvement in mental well-being. What is for our point of view interesting, it is interesting is that during that mandala drawing, like drawing session, they feel fun. They are not boring. If they are doing any kind of testing, that it is boring. They said, "Oh, we are not, don't want to have some test." In that kind of making mandalas, they are improving their creativity. They are having fun, and what we discovered during pandemic. My students make mandalas during lockdown. And after lockdown is cut, they go on the 2 directions. One half of the students go to the village and enjoy real nature, and they make mandalas too. And the half of my students cannot go to the nature, so they have a task for 2 hours to look on the internet, the beautiful pictures of the nature, sunset, sunrise, waterfall sounds, bird sounds, and to make video clip from that investigation on the internet. And then they were sharing their clips to their family and their friends. And after that, they are making mandalas, and looking to the mandalas, it is also improvement just from the watching nature and enjoying nature, not physically, but mentally. So it was a very nice, research, and you can find on my, I make a channel on the YouTube, and there is Eric's Nature part. It is the prescriptions of Eric's Nature. If you are feeling depressed or anxious, you can go to the pharmacy, Eric's Nature, and pick one video clip or 2 or 3, and looking for 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the nature, you will improve your mood.
Great. Should I show them the clip on the mandala making?
Yes, yes.
The third clip, which says mandala like drawing workshop?
Yes.
Okay.
After that, I can explain several points.
Okay, so now we are going to see a short video about the mandala workshop. Okay, I'm just going to share my screen.
Yes. Thank you very much for your patience.
Can you hear the sound?
No. But the sounds are birds. Those are mandalas for my students. And it is discovering
what is that scale next to the mandala, under the mandala? What is that?
Scale of happiness. Every participant at the beginning has to make how happy he are at the moment. It is a scale from Olympia, it is from the excursion, it is from our spas,
Wow.
it is templates. And those are all mandalas for my students before and after going to the nature. It was their work, students work to get points.
How old are these students?
My students are at the health college. We have a wellness therapist, nutritionist, and laboratory technicians. It is okay. And if you can also put the find frame.
I'm going to show you how to make this logo.
Find picture for your frame.
Sorry, could you please repeat that?
We have also a video. Find picture for your frame.
Okay, so you want me to play that video as well now?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it is different kind to make mandalas.
Okay. I'll just put that.
Last forest therapy day on 219.
Okay. One sec. Okay. I'm just going to play that video. Just tell me if that's the right one, okay?
No, it is the last one.
Okay, so this is not the right one. Can you see it?
No, not yet, but here. Okay, yes, it is. It is find the picture for your frame. It is a glass of rakia. It is our colleague, dog, sky, shoes, wool, food. Okay, and you can put the last one.
Okay.
It is from last year. Obetska swamp. There is the place when I have my farewell party. It is Rory Stone invitation.
Wow. What's that, Goran?
It is what forest left for you, and it is some boats like for food decoration. And it is gate for the fairy tale world. They made haiku with the trees. They read the haiku poem, and then the tree said to him the other part. It is the shell mandala. And it is called cosmic shower from Qigong. And it is gate to go back to reality. It is a love gate, and it is a feet in the swamp, some kind of spa pedicure with lotus.
Wow.
My students are wellness therapists, and it is a tea ceremony. The tea ceremony was the practice part of the final work of my student nutritionist. And it is a toast to the Mother Earth and a song. Not so nice, not so good for listening, but good for having fun. And it is our team last year.
Great. Is forest therapy very popular in Serbia? It looks like a lot of people are interested and a lot of people are enjoying it.
The forest therapy is popular because I'm teaching every year more than 250 students, and they have a part in their curriculum connected with the forest therapy. And the National Park of Obetska Bara, Obetska Swamp, is the first nature reserve in Europe. The first one in the world was Yellowstone, and the second was Obetska Swamp. It is a bird reserve with 226 different kind of birds. And last year we have ibis, black ibis and white ibis come back. So it is a great pleasure with great biodiversity. So it is a great place to improve your health and well-being.
Right. And how did you decide on this mandala workshop, and what was the thought behind this mandalas?
In our team, the part of our team is psychotherapist of Jungian kind. So she is working in mandala a lot, and she recommended to us to test with mandalas. So we have doing research for 3 or 4 years ago. She made one workshop in Girona. We made another workshop in Omiška Dinara and Biokovo mountain in Croatia. And as I'm teaching health tourism, I decided to put the psychotherapist in the team of health tourism and mandala-like well-being as a fun way to recognize emotive needs of your client, because if you miss the emotive needs of your client in health tourism and wellness, you will miss the point, because it is that kind of service that should be more than you imagine. So if it is more than you imagine, it had to be very individual, very individual, to recognize your needs and to fulfill your needs with our program.
And what kind of people do you see, because it's a really interesting field. Most of the people here would be interested in knowing about, in terms of health tourism, what are the kind of people who come for this kind of work, and what are the changes that you see in them, and what is the main thing that draws them to this health tourism?
There is a lot of young people and the old people and the kids. For instance, on our last forest therapy forest therapy day in Jablanica, there are links to that part. We have 6 kids, 6 kids, few old guys, and me as an old lady, and the other were 30, 35, full of energy, because that kind of service has not that does not need you for you to be Tarzan. You just have to show your wish to connect with the nature, and the most beautiful mandalas were art from nature. So just they have a task: go to the forest and find what forest left for you, and then you bring what forest left for you and make mandala from that.
Right. Gorana, if it's okay with you, maybe we can just hear from the other participants of this
Of course.
and then just a sense of art and mandala, keeping the theme of art and mandala, and also to see where all the participants are from and what is their experience with art and mandala. Anyone can go. I'm going to just call out names so that it's easier for us to manage. Can we start with maybe Sunny, so that
it would be very nice to see live and make some art from Mandala Congress.
Okay, so let's just hear from everyone and
Yes.
about their experience, where they're from, and a little bit about their experience with art and mandalas.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Sanni from Finland, actually. Hi. I think this is absolutely thrilling and very inspiring what you are going through, and we've been actually trying to figure this out with the Finnish healthcare system and Visit Finland organization as well, to see how can we measure the
Mental
effects
well-being.
of the health. Yeah, the health. It's weird because I have another camera over there and I'm trying to look at you. So I'm sorry that I look like this a little bit. Yeah. Mandalas. I don't do self. I have no experience on mandalas except. But of course, in singing and songs, I do mandalas all the time because we create stories and let our mind wander, and we take effects. We tune in with the nature and bring it together with the whole combination. So, I guess I'm more of a musical mandala.
Yes, absolutely.
Approach.
Like in India, when we have mandalas, we always talk about the 4 directions: the north, east, west, and south. And I remember in Sani's musical thing also, it was all about directions and bringing those directions into creating art.
Yes, yes. I would be very curious to hear. Did you try this method also with your clients already? Like you were talking about students, but did you try this with actual clients? Like, and at what point of what point of the process did they do the first evaluation, and at which point did they do the final one? Did they do that already at home before they came to you, or how did you work it out?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Tani, can you mute the...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, better. Go ahead, Gorana.
Can I ask? Okay, we have mostly clients and not patients. So we are not using to check if we healthy, but just in a little bit mentally. So they are doing their mandalas at the beginning of the program, about half an hour, and then at the end of our program, also half an hour.
Maybe we can take from other people in this group. Anyone who wants to jump in, you can just unmute your mic. And I think we're having some bandwidth problems, so don't use video, but just unmute your mic, and then you can just introduce yourself, where you're from, and what's your experience with mandalas, and if you have any questions for Gorana. Maybe Yasushi, we can hear from you. Yes. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you. Could you please say it again? I'm just picking people randomly up. I don't know what everyone is doing, so it's a bit haphazard. But if anyone is ready and has a question for Gorana, please feel free to jump in and ask a question, and just introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I can say hello if that's okay. My name's Katie and I live in the UK in Wales, and I work for an organisation which is offering woodland wellbeing programs and health programs for people who have health conditions usually. And I'm recognizing some of the methods that you're using when I see your pictures, Gorana. It's nice to see something quite similar with the participants in a group and doing the activities. I personally have no experience of mandalas, but I think some of my colleagues are doing art in nature workshops, and also I believe some of them have been doing mandala, but I think it's more like an activity to engage the participants with nature. I don't think we have any experience of using mandalas to evaluate how people are feeling. This is a new experience for me, and it's really interesting. But we have also experience of evaluating our programs, so it's very interesting to hear what you're doing. And yeah, we've also tried the Warwick-Edinburgh Mental Wellbeing Scale and are using participant forms at the beginning and the end to evaluate this, and the data is proving very interesting. But I'm recognizing all the problems that you're saying about participants not wanting to do a test. It takes away from the experience of nature when you're in trying to do an exam instead of taking part in a nature connection experience. So doing something more gentle and more in connection with nature and more artistic is really, really a useful thing to see. We've also got experience of trying to use art for evaluation, getting participants to draw a picture about how they're feeling. And yeah, I mean, I have a couple of slides I could show you, but I don't know if you really want to see that just now or if there's time, but we've been using art, but we never tried the mandala method. So it's really interesting for me to hear. And I'm really curious, probably you can't answer this question in 2 minutes. I'm really curious how you can tell from the mandala what the mood is of the person and how you analyze that, because I guess it must be quite a complicated psychological analysis, but yeah, I'm looking at the picture, I'm thinking this color represents this mood, and yeah, how would I begin to know? So that's something I'm really curious about, but I'm aware probably it's not a 2-minute answer, but more like a psychology course. So yeah, it's really interesting though to hear, and I'm sorry we can't share the video, but my camera's also not working, so it's not only the bandwidth about that. But it's really nice to hear the experience from Serbia. Thank you.
I think if you can put the files in the chat, if you have some images, Katie, and then everyone can see them. I've already added a couple of mandala images in the chat. So
yeah, great. I will try and do that. I will try and find it. So yeah, I will try and do that in the next couple of minutes, trying to put it like a JPEG. I have to just change it. Each slide that I want to show to a JPEG. So I'll do that. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. So Gorana, you want to take a shot at that answer on how do you evaluate a person's mood?
Yes, I will send to, if anybody is interested, I can send the references. There are several, there are one PhD work and the master work about recognizing the mood from active imagination process. And we have also a psychologist. We can ask psychologists, and there is some very nice method. You can just make a photo of mandala and send the photo to your consulting psychologist, so he can tell you that that person needs some more invigorating, or that person wants some more relax. For instance, you have two kinds of massages. One massage is sports massage and invigorated massage. The other massage is massage of meditation. If you miss the emotional needs of the client, you will make a contra effect. The client will not be satisfied, and we will miss the 13 more clients. So that is very, very important. I can send to you several works like references, and you can use it, or find some Jungian kind of psychologist, because that part of active imagination, making mandalas, is is important in the process of individuations. So the person who is who has that anxiety for being alive can recognize himself, find their inner child, and get more close to himself. It is very, very interesting, and it can be very deep and very funny at the same time.
Yes. Is there anyone else in the group who has experience with mandalas or has a question for Gorana? Because we have about just 10 minutes left for this breakout session. Anyways, all the files and all the YouTube videos and a PowerPoint presentation that Gorana has made will be sent to all of you. So you can use those resources at a later time. But since we have Gorana with us, we can share some questions and some experiences.
If there is no one to ask, I just want to express what we are doing now. We are now doing three kinds of research. One is research in the way of forest theater. So we introduce you, Nitin, as a main person for forest theater, because to make a fun dance, sing, perform bibliotherapy and different kind of theater in the nature. And there is another approach. It is Japanese, very slow, very, very connective, but just by yourself. And the third way, the most exciting way, is the way of Musse, Nixon, doing nothing, idleness. Because in the health tourism, the most valuable, the most important, the most luxury trend is doing nothing, to follow the sheep, to look to hear the sheep is eating grass, to lay down and listen to the ringing bell on the leadership and it is in Serbian. It has name blejanje, like be, not me. It is more, me is more busy and be is fantastic.
Right. So that's what the current trend is there, and that's what you are trying to push people in that direction.
There are a lot of need for B direction, because there is a way to recover your brain when you are doing nothing. Whenever your brain is busy, your brain is getting tired. When you go to the B direction or Wulala direction or sheep direction, your brain is recovering and get more creative and get more invigorated. And but it is very, very difficult to put the busy way to the sheep direction.
Right. You know, I have an interesting experience to share from India. In the Himalayas, there are these Buddhist monasteries. And in the Buddhist monasteries, there are many young monks who come from small villages. And young people have a lot of energy in them, but and they find it difficult to meditate. So what the Buddhist monks do is, one of the important exercises is to create mandalas.
Nice.
And these are Buddhist mandalas where they say that the mandala is your gateway to enlightenment. So you start with all 4 doors from each of the directions and you move in towards the center. And until you reach the center of the circle, which is nothingness. So in the outer periphery, there is so much to do and so many things, and then you keep narrowing the mandala down to the point of a center where you are focused and absolutely single pointed concentration. And you end the mandala at that center of the circle, which is nothingness.
Nothingness, it is new word for me for today. Thank you, Nitin. I have a great brainstorming with you.
No, and that's the thing. I'm sure there are many other group participants who have more insights. If there is anyone who wants to share or ask, this is your moment, or you can put them down in the question. Yasushi has a question. Please go ahead, Yasushi.
So now, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay. So my question to Gorana is that, so the mandala that you used is like has some religious meaning, like just as Nitin said, or doesn't it have any religious meaning?
Oh, can I answer?
Yes, go ahead.
In Serbia, mandala is a part of Asian religion, and they are not allowed to make mandala. For instance, what we are doing, we are all our walks finish in some sacral or some kind of sacral monument or something else. Our church is not allowed. They are not allowed yoga. They are not allowed mandalas. But our people are open. The church is different, but the people recognize the circle as a part of universe.
So the church, excuse me, church means Christian church, or?
We have Orthodox church.
Okay.
And they are a little bit hard to open. But they are a little bit hard to open to the other world. But we decided to, we are the citizens of the world, and the nature is belong to all of the world. So it is different kind of people who will not cut mandalas or yoga or something like that, or qigong, because it is not in the tradition of Orthodox religion. We are not so many religious. We are just following tradition and heritage.
That's a very interesting insight. You know, it's also a metaphor that when you put religion in a box and put it in a wall, then your mind is also boxed. But when you're out in the open, in the forest, then you're open to receiving from the other cultures of the world.
The forest belongs to everyone. So it is again a new knowledge that I get from you and colleague Yasuki. So it was for me great brainstorming today.
No, we enjoyed it. Anyone else? What about Tina, Maria? A lot of people from Finland I can see.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Maria from Rovaniemi, Finland, and I'm guiding empowering nature moments with elderly people and people who have mental health problems. And I have not done mandalas, but I have done that kind of forest painting. It's a little bit like mandala, but it can be different kinds of shapes and sizes. But I have tried this mandala also, and it has been so interesting to hear all your ideas. So I'm going to develop my guidings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria. Okay. Anyone else who wants to go? Here, see Tina, just to put your voice into the circle so that our mandala is also complete.
Voice mandala, nice.
That's true, but from all corners of the world, right? From Serbia, India, and UK.
Hello, this is Tina from Finland, Oulu speaking.
Yes.
I've used mandalas. I'm a vocational teacher and I teach students who will be guiding people in the nature. And we've been using some mandalas, but mainly for fun, not with any special purpose, but it's mainly just a program in the nature. But I think it should have quite a lot of time that you really can go more deeply into what you are doing. If you have only 50 minutes time, it's not working well.
But I guess the whole idea was to introduce us to each other so that we are in connection, and then we're all connected and know of each other's work, so we can follow each other and stay updated.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you very much for being in our little circle just now.
Yes, thank you, Gorana, for telling us and introducing us to your mandalas. And
not going to be presenting next.
No, Gita is not there, so you can choose whichever you want to take then, basically.
Oh, I might pop in into Jim's. How many's Jim got?
But I have to put you into the one, so.
Yeah. Yes. So you have to ask Sarah where you can go. So no freewheeling.
I think everybody's here now.
Okay.
Oh yes, 33.
Okay. Good. So we have now the 50-minute break, and we start at 11:45 with a new block of workshops. So feel free to refresh however you need to. And I'm not sure if we have Sonni behind the piano. Feel free to play something. If not, I'm not sure.
Hi guys.